Thailand's Prime Minister yesterday told of his concern, especially the spread of the virus via entertainment venues. As a result, he initially ordered strict measures to be set for pubs, bars and karaoke lounges, including 14 days closure if an infection is discovered, and the blanket closure of similar businesses in complete regions if the virus spreads, allowing eateries to remain in business as usual, but with strict COVID controls. That, however, may well indeed change, as many predict a ban on alcohol sales on site in at least 40 provinces, a matter being mooted by the government today and with announcements expected by lunchtime or mid-afternoon. This as 405 new infections were reported around Thailand yesterday. To put that into perspective, just a few weeks ago we were reporting 20s, 30s and the occasional 40s, so numbers are effectively tenfold those of a few weeks ago. The other serious issue is the rate of spread to other regions, seeing cases popping up in pretty much every province. And it's only fair to say that if a 2-week blanket closure order is issued today, that could probably be extended with great ease. With medics reporting the so-called UK strain of the Chinese-born virus, it's important to note that as with the so-called Spanish flu of a century ago, the likelihood is that the virus did not mutate within the UK, but was imported there too from somewhere else, before being spotted in the UK and made public. This isn't a new virus, it's a mutation of the original Chinese-born virus that's developed at a faster rate of spread. Racism has seriously entered the COVID arena here, hiding in many cases the origin of the virus and the fact that China hid its existence for months, and instead has seen many locals, ignorant of fact, blaming first the Burmese and then Japanese after recent outbreaks in the capital saw a spread amongst the Japanese community. The new strain is dealt with effectively by current used vaccines. The issue then is the speed of which the country can truly effect a vaccine program for all, as only then the country can consider itself safe. Despite the obvious increase, interprovincial travel has not been banned as Songkran, the Thai New Year week, effectively begins today, and will see hundreds of thousands travel to all corners of the country to be with family. Residents of zones of concern, as you can't call them red zones, such as Bangkok and surrounding provinces, have freedom to travel too. However, as provincial governors have autonomy over additional local controls, several provinces will and are blocking travel for those areas and insist on quarantine. But, as far as we're aware, that quarantine will be served at their family homes, which really defeats the object. Either way, experts predict a serious spread by the end of the week as cases become more obvious. The COVID-19 task force has also proposed that employees in the capital work from home wherever possible, and several government departments have suspended operations for a month. As to a timescale, well, 2 weeks won't clear the virus for sure, with ministry spokespeople quoting as hoping for 2 months, but with the expectation that in higher density areas such as the capital it will take longer. The main source of this series of infections hails from a Bangkok entertainment area, seeing numerous people from various provinces visiting and then returning to their homes, unaware that they've contracted the virus. Meanwhile, at home and here in Pattaya, the city braces for an expected burst of travellers from the capital and surrounding regions. Hotels report high booking rates and the city is likely to be busy. In a week's time, we could be looking back at this coming week with despair, as currently the city's virus-free, with most COVID carriers asymptomatic, showing no signs of the virus. They're unaware that they're even ill, and will of course pass the hand temperature testing carried out at most venues. If bars and entertainment venues are closed, and the chances are they will be, then the outlook for the next few months for the city will once again be bleak. There has to date been no business assistance for companies that suffer financially due to outbreaks, and banks will only lend based on assets, such as a property, being put up as security. Whilst temporary unemployment would occur if and when the closures are announced, the real issue is the long-term unemployment, and for many they'll leave the region, having seen the effect and poverty caused in previous closures. City Hall teams work daily with the Mayor to manage the city and its COVID policies. Previously, the city was locked down for its own good, seeing blocks on all access roads, and that too is a possibility again, but highly unlikely until after the Songkran period. For us expats, the advice is to stick strictly to the regulations as they're announced. Our support of any emergency decree will be keenly watched by the authorities, and it's worth remembering we're all in it together. With the reminder, mitts, masks and meters, wear your mask, wash your hands and keep social distancing. And the Met Office promising highs today of 32, dropping down to 26, with rain predicted today and throughout the weekend at some time. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.